Hey y'all, so I am making another live. It's very late at night, but I have some things that I want to talk about and I've always been thinking about and haven't said. Um, and there's been a lot this week that has been happening with not just celebrities, but I think about what's happening with the world and like the whole, I guess, let's say ICE of it all, when really there's more than just ICE. It's actually has to do with the president we have, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate, but we're gonna get through it. Don't worry about it. But I'm Nia. Welcome to my channel. This is Nia Talk Nia, and we're gonna talk about it. So what's happening? What's happening this week, really? Let's first of all start out with who do I want to start out with? Keke Palmer. So for Keke, I feel like she's just trying to remain famous and keep her money coming in. She does have a child. Um, there's been this little snippet going around of her being on a lot of streams with these boys that are in their like early 20s and stuff like that. She did something with what's his name? Yuck, Blueface. Oh, I forgot to put Krayshawn in. That's who I was missing. I was like, somebody is missing from my banner. Couldn't figure it out. It's Krayshawn. It's all right. I'll put her in this somewhere somehow. Um, but it's like I've noticed how everyone seems so shocked when Keke Palmer does things, and I'm just like, why are y'all shocked? Like, I really see that she is trying to just stay in media. She is trying to give shock value, and honestly, she's probably just trying to show y'all that she likes. Let's put this in quotation, bad boys. She's trying to show that this is what she likes. I really feel that when someone is dealing with DV, though, they are reaching for help when they, show videos of what's happening and things get released. I do think that they want help, but then I feel like they see how they can't leave that person and whatever's going on with them, which is not, it's not me. I don't do that. I'm leaving you ASAP. You are getting out of my face ASAP. We don't play that. But once you find yourself back with that person, I think you just want to show the world that this is where you're meant to be. You're meant to be with a toxic man that believes in all this religious God stuff, yet they smoking all the time, doing all types of substances all the time, but yet they're so godly. Like, that's where I'm just not okay with Christianity. Hi, I hope you're doing well. I'm not okay with Christianity, but hey, it is what it is. I personally don't care for it, but there is a cute little article that I did want to see if I could pull up. Um, Maybe I could pull it up. Let me see, because it was Hot 97 though, which was kind of crazy. Hi Samantha. Hi Dollars. I hope you're doing well. Like, comment, subscribe. This is new for me. I'm just doing these little lives. We're gonna see what happens. We will see. We will see what happens, because I'm not sure if everything is gonna be, 100% okay, but we are going to try and see what we can pop up. Um, but yeah, here's Keke thinking she's cute. Well, no, she is cute though. She is adorable. I think she is so beautiful. Oh my god, like, you don't even understand. I think she's so gorgeous, but for me, it's the fact that she doesn't want to realize she's causing herself pain. You know what I mean? Like, I find her to be such a beautiful woman. But I see that she's causing her own self pain and bringing a lot of pain for herself. That's just how I feel. I feel about it. Let me know how y'all feel. Um, I can't say that she's a pick me. Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I hope you know the people I'm talking about. I hope you have your own opinions and thoughts. Put them in the chat respectfully. What is going on? What's good? But I think Keke is a beautiful woman. I just think that she wants to, you know, keep standing out. She wants to keep going. She wants to be in media. She doesn't want it to stop. So the only way to do that, honestly, right now, and I can see where she's going, is go to the streamers. Everybody's streaming, hit a younger audience. Like, that's what she's trying to do. Get to a younger audience, go to the streamers, start flirting with them, act like you like them. I don't think she really likes these people. I think it's just play. It's for show. I think it's for shock value. I don't think it's that deep. It ain't that deep. It's really not that deep. But I could definitely tell that a lot of people are bothered, and that's a conversation to be had. But let's go back. So what is this boy's name? Like, ew. That's a little post from Hot 97. How cute. I didn't know they was doing articles. That's crazy. His name is, what is this? Playboy Max, 22-year-old streamer. Um, I think it was all innocent. I don't think it was that serious. I think it was just a way for her to get some clout. She needs it. I understand. I think I'm in love. It's a joke. I think the whole thing is a joke. I don't think it's serious. I don't think that's a cool couch though. No, I'm not gonna lie. That's a pretty cool couch. It is really nice. Um, I don't think it's that serious. I really don't. I really doubt it. I don't think it's that serious. Let's stop sharing that screen and go back to this screen. um, I don't think it's that serious. I feel like at the end of the day, she does have a child, and for any man to want to be with a woman that has a child and a man that is out here laying hands on people, good luck. At the end of the day, it's all about fame. I feel like celebrity relationships are just to gain fame from different audiences. So, with that being said, she's gaining fame from the younger audience, right? The audience that is watching streams and is on Twitch, right? She's gaining more following from that, which will help her when it comes to getting sponsorship and ads. They want to see how many people are following you. So she's gaining that. What is he gaining? He's gaining more fame. Everybody's just like, who is this 20? I know who he was. Who is this 22-year-old? What's up? You know, he's gaining fame as well. So I think streaming is a situation where people can use each other in that way. And I'm going to say that is for the positive. That is what they need. They need to get views. That is the whole point of their content. I think there's very few people who make content and come out with actually a good idea to actually better people. Like the Grits and Eggs podcast, like, okay, that's amazing. Like trying to better people, trying to help. I don't know if it will, but it is a pretty good podcast, right? It's not like that all the time. The easiest way to gain fame is by being arrogant, being stupid, being unintelligent, you know, exploiting your body, exploiting yourself. Like, I feel like it's a lot easier for the average American to gain fame by exploitation. And that is just a very popular thing. It is. It's a very popular thing. It's very common, and that's what's going on in America. And it sucks, but it is what it is. It's just different now because it's on the internet. It's not the same like when you had to go through a network and TV and you know all that. Like, it's not the same. That's still an option, but you still have to be social. You have to be into social media to get somewhere with these type of people. There's more dumb people on the earth than smart people. So yeah, that is the crowd that Kiki wants. Like, I think it's sad. I don't want women to have black and blues. I don't want women to be, you know, hurt by men physically or emotionally. So to see this is kind of sad what she's become. But like I said, she has to pay her bills. She has to pay for all the luxurious things she's had. She has a child. And this is what it is. This is what she's doing. We're gonna move on to the next person. I have Jocelyn Hernandez in here because and Mayor Cosby. I was supposed to make a video talking about how we support people that we shouldn't be supporting. And basically it has to do with me. Like, I love Jocelyn's character and I love Mary's character. Jocelyn calling Amber Rose out was great, but yet her, you know, being a PIMP is terrible. We shouldn't like her, right? Mary Cosby, her character on the show is great. Also, wait, another thing I want to say with Jocelyn, she is a great mom, in my opinion, from what I see on media. Her daughter is black, gorgeous, happy, her natural self. It's giving little black girl having the time of her life. She is so cute and classy. She is everything that Jocelyn is not, which is insane. I don't know what's going on or how that's working, but Jocelyn genuinely looks proud to be a mother to that young black girl, and that's amazing. That's what I literally love seeing her take her daughter out to places, and her daughter is just so happy and just in love with life. It's beautiful, and Jocelyn is happy to see that. So I see this side of Jocelyn being a mother. Like, I feel like that's what she should do. Like, stop doing all this PIMP stuff. Like, just okay, you got the money, stop. Because when you are on Instagram with your daughter, it looks amazing. It is so sweet and heartfelt. Let's make content about that. But guess what? I'm telling you right now, nobody's gonna want to see that. Everybody loves to see, you know, cussing, fighting, ripping each other's clothes off. She knows that. She knows that. Everybody wants to see that. They don't want to see her be a good person. They want to see her be a bad person. They want to see her reactions. You know, she's made so many videos talking about how she's not on the sugar boogers anymore. But I mean, the way she acts, still, I don't know about that. But you know, it takes a lot to always have to be on 10, to always have to be, cursing, screaming, fighting. It takes a lot, and substances will help you do that. And I think that is why she was participating in that, and because of, the life she was going through being a stripper. Um, all that it's a lot, and being a part of the rapper life, the hip hop life, like all that, you're always exposed to so many substances around. It's so easily and ready available. Your body is ready and available. Those substances are ready and available. Those combined, you're in a nasty situation, and it gets very dangerous. So I don't support all that Jocelyn does at all. I think she is terrible with that. I don't support that. There has been also things said that on her license it says that she's white. I've heard that. I heard that gossip. Um, I can see that being a thing because she's Puerto Rican, and a lot of Puerto Ricans have an issue with that. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I can see that being a thing. But then, like I said, I see how she cursed out Amber and beat her up for not wanting to be black. And then I also see that she has a dark skinned daughter that is having the time of her life, and she loves her daughter, and her daughter is so just black, beautiful, natural, and happy. And she's happy to see her like that. So that's why I'm like, when you see Jocelyn with her daughter, you see a totally different person. You just do. You see a mother. And I feel like there's some people that just give birth, like Cardi B. I said it. Cardi B just gives birth. Cardi B is not a mother. She gives birth. I think we need to separate the two. We need to separate the two, because Jocelyn could have been had mad kids, right? Jocelyn could have been had mad kids. Jocelyn could have been with any type of NBA player out there. She could have been this. Jocelyn could have been done all that. Anybody on the screen actually could have been done all that, but they choose not to. And when they stop at one, that says so much about a woman when they stop at one kid, especially knowing that they're constantly getting surgeries for the industry they're in, selling sex, basically, right? Their body, that's their everything in their music. So, like I said, that's somebody that I also shouldn't support, though, but I do. So that's why I'm like, I feel like there's a difference here. When I made that Jessie Woo video talking about how I don't like what she said about women that wear makeup in the whole situation. I didn't like what she said. I have a right to not like what she said. Does that mean she's a terrible person? No, I just don't like what she said, and that's where I don't relate with her. But I like other things she says to say, and I can, say she said something wrong before. Like, you know what I mean? Versus Cardi B fans, where they cannot acknowledge anything she's done wrong. They can't acknowledge it. It will literally eat them down. It will eat them down to acknowledge that Cardi B has said anything wrong, which is crazy to me. It really is crazy. Like, I'm like, this girl's behind looks like it is falling off her back. You know what I mean? Which is sad, because I don't even think she needs all of this. Like, this is crazy. Like, who needs all of this? Like, I don't even know if I'm allowed to show this, but I'm gonna try to show this. Um, like her butt is just falling. Cardi B's butt is falling, and it's kind of crazy to see. Let me see if y'all could see this, because it's insane. Like, no black man is gonna make me do this. Like, I'm you know what? And I've been dating outside my race too. And it's been good. However, I will say I still choose to date people that are closer to my ethnicity, if not black. You know what I mean? I need you to understand me and to relate to me in certain ways. Also, I just have an attraction towards my own skin and my own features. So I want my kids to have those. But I digress. What I'm just saying is that Cardi B is putting all this stuff in her butt to attract black men, and it's like, I'm black, and I will tell you, I don't want that black man. You can have him. I am not gonna have my butt looking all droopy drippy. I refuse. I rebuke. You're not gonna have my butt looking droopy drippy. Okay, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, look at this. Hold on. I think I can share it. This is insane. This is insane. Like, let's just take a second. Let's take a second. What's going on here? Like, droopy drippy, droopy drippy droppy. Mind you, I'm 5'2". She's 5'3", allegedly. Droopy drippy droppy. I'm good on that. Don't nobody need a droopy drippy droppy booty. Like, nobody. Like, it's just not worth it. I just think, no black man is worth doing all this for. It's just not it. Like, who cares? Like, this is so drippy, droopy, droppy. For who? For who? Like, you did all this and you still getting cheated on. Make that make sense. It's like no matter how big your butt is, they still gonna cheat on you. So it's just like I feel that is her culture. That is something that they do in her country. They like to do all that. I don't personally. Like, I don't find it cute. I don't find it funny. Let's go back. Let's stop sharing that screen. Uh it's not for me. It's definitely not for me. I don't find it to be the best thing for people. I don't. I think that, a lot of women want to be liked and loved, but don't know how to be loved in the right way. Um, and I just wish, I hope, let me say, I hope there's a lot of young girls that are not looking up to Cardi B because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's not cute. It's not fun. Like, it's not funny. I find it completely embarrassing for someone's butt to look like this. And nobody wants to talk about it either. I feel like it makes people feel uncomfortable, like, oh, it's body shaming. How is it body shaming if it's not her body? Like, make that make sense. Like, I feel like I can't even be honest with people. Like, I've always said I respect sex work, but I don't respect people saying it's a relationship. Stop getting the two confused. It's just sex work. It is. It is what it is, Cardi B. Who cares? Like, you're let me say this nicely. She's reverting to being a stripper again. That's basically it. She's just a stripper again. I think that she got herself out, right? Whatever that's what they want to say. You did your thing, benefit off of colorism and racism, go ahead. But now you've realized that you are worth nothing besides sex. Like, you have no worth at all. Nothing. And I think her as an individual to be so nasty and tell people that they have no worth because they're not looking for themselves to only be worth sex is insane. It's insane. Like, you're so nasty, like dirty, like ill. I'm disgusted. Like, I don't care for Cardi B at all. I don't care for her racist shenanigans. I don't care for her, wanting to get a huge butt to look like a black girl. Like, it's insane. And then tell black girls that they're ugly. Like, are you stupid? Like, it's insane. Like, you got so many surgeries. We got the nerve to tell black girls that they're ugly. Like, are you serious? Disgusting. Like, she disgusts me. Absolutely disgusts me. So nasty to beautiful black women. Anyways, moving on. She been in the news for being a bird brain with Stefon Diggs. That's all we're gonna say about that. That's what's happening with that. For Christy and Desmond, like I said in that video, don't know them from a can of paint, but I find it so interesting. I think that, how do I say this nicely? Because I'm trying to be nice. Everybody thinks I'm like bashing people. I'm not trying to bash anybody. It's just more about the fact that, I feel like I bash people's fans. That's how I feel. I bash their fans because for the people that were so obsessed, they're so obsessed with these couple content, like these racially ambiguous couples or these interracial couples that are, in a home, role playing, cooking and fighting, role playing, playing pranks on each other, role playing, washing the dog together and playing around, like just role playing all this crap because everyone's so afraid of being alone in America, or just in general people are so afraid of being alone, being exposed to the internet so much. It's just like, y'all think that it's never gonna end. Like, why would you think it's not gonna end? Like, can somebody tell me why you would think it's not gonna end? Like, seriously, like, I want to know, like, why would you think it's not gonna end with this couple? I really want to know, because I would have been thought that would happen. Like, a lot of, sorry, y'all. That's a lot of pressure. It is. It is a lot of pressure to be in a relationship with someone who is an influencer. And then to want to build off of what they're doing, but be separate and be a chef. Like, come on, you really thought that was gonna happen? Like, you're always gonna need that person. You're always gonna need them. I'm trying to get into TikTok now so I can see the tea, so I can show y'all. Some of this, y'all are so loud. TikTok be so loud. Like, for what? Um, But let me see what they're saying on TikTok. Hopefully, ain't no cursing. Usually, if it's not Cardi B, ain't nobody cursing. Usually, no one's cursing. Usually, it's a good old time. Um, but I think it's crazy that, people were so invested in their lives. And I'm looking now. This is my first time ever looking them up on TikTok and seeing what they be posting. Like, this is wild. Like, y'all really was watching this? Not y'all. Like, I don't even know if you were watching this, but like, this is insane. Hold on, let's share the screen real quick. Let's share the screen. All right. This is wild. This is their content. This is their content. Not the psychic predicted Christy and Desmond's divorce. Oh, he going in the club. Hold up now. Is that him? No. That can't be him. That person's going in. That can't be him. Wait, hold up. We gotta mute that. We could play it. Desmond Scott kissing new mystery woman proof that he did cheat on Christy. But is that him though? This is sad. Okay. Oh my god, her photo's so cute. How do people make out like this in the club though? For real. Is it just me or am I just like, huh? How do people, how? I can't do that. Can y'all make out like that in the club? Cause I can't. I can't do that in public. I can't do all that in public. I don't know how people could do that. Excuse me. I don't know how people could do that. I really don't. But that's crazy. And now people are just over analyzing their channel. Oh my gosh. This is their content. Of course they were cheating. If this was their content, of course they were cheating on. I would have cheated on her too. She looks crazy. That's annoying. If this is what she does, this is dry ass humor. If this is what she does, I would have divorced her too. Well, she divorced him, but I would have cheated. Okay, I love when the cute black girlies get on here and have the conversation. Yeah, no. I've never seen their content before till today. So I'm seeing people just overanalyze it. I'm not really seeing it for just the content popping up. But yeah, I did see that. Oh, she a cute black girl. Hey. We'll click on her video. She is very cute. A lot of people are overanalyzing this. Her saying same address. I'm just like, look, it's a lot. Like, she came public with this divorce and I bet she's always wanted to for a long time, and now it's like it's finalized, so this is the way she's coming at it, as she should. I don't know what's gonna happen, like I said, with their living situation. I think it's interesting because they're both not citizens. Last time I checked, if somebody can correct me, go ahead. They're not citizens, so I find it interesting. What in the world? This is their content that made them millions of dollars. You know what? Good for her, honestly. But I don't think she needed to be married to do this. Like, you could have just acted like you were in a relationship with someone. That's basically, in my opinion, what it was. That's how I feel. Just think about this. Like, you have this home, you're in this relationship, and you're buying all this stuff. Think about how many, look, she bought all these donuts to do that. She bought all those donuts to do that. She bought this outfit to do that. Like, it becomes too much. It's just tiring. And if I was her, I would be tired too, having to work this hard, and all he does is have to stand there and laugh. And how is he scared? You know she does stupid stuff, so why are you acting scared? Man. Can't believe this is my first time seeing their content. Oh my god, I love this woman. She is hilarious. She be speaking the truth though. I love the girlies that be in their bonnet talking. That'd be me. That's me right now. All right, so I saw what I needed to see. Let's go back to my thumbnail. Stop sharing screen, period. I just think at the end of the day, this is great. I don't think they ever were together. Um, maybe before she was famous, maybe before he was famous. Maybe there was a little bit of a connection there, but it don't seem real to me. It don't seem like it's worth even talking about anymore. I think that people need to stop acting surprised. Couples content is fake. Couples content is stupid, and people who make couples content are not real couples. It's a business deal. It's just business. So it's like, you probably have a rule in your business deal to not cheat because then it's not going to be believable. But when you do cheat, it's like, forget it. At that point, you got all this money. Y'all already committed to this many years. Now you could be single. Like, be free. Be free. And I feel like a lot of people are going to say that they're attractive because they're light skinned and racially ambiguous, but I don't find them attractive. I find them very basic and boring. That's just me. I think that it's annoying in today's society where we find attraction in diluting blackness. That's where you find attraction, not adding blackness. No, you don't. You find attraction in diluting African features, diluting Africanness. And that is an audience that is huge on the internet. Racism sucks. Like, it is what it is. It's not all of the internet, but it's big. So, with that being said, you have a lot of people who are dumb and find this to be very attractive and they're just following it. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, everyone. I appreciate you being here. Let me see. Let me know if you know any of these people on the screen and your opinion. I am curious. Moving on to the next person, we'll do Mary Cosby. So Mary Cosby has said in the past that she doesn't like black people when she talked about going into a convenience store. Mind you, though, now that I've been to Salt Lake City, I wouldn't want to be in Salt Lake City with any type of person. Like, it is I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but it is a substance madhouse of walking zombies because they don't want to do anything to help anyone but pray, and then show you that if you don't pray and be a part of Mormonism, that you are going to be basically doomed for the rest of eternity. They think that being an addict is a reason that God does not like you, or you're not following God. I don't like Salt Lake City. I don't like Utah. I don't want to go back. Period. The mountains are cute, but the people made me want to, curl up in a ball and cry. So, with that being said, Mary said that dumb ish, and I find her character on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City to be phenomenal, to be funny, to be witty, to be crazy. It fits perfect with this show. But just like Jocelyn, you know how I'm saying, like, supporting people we shouldn't support. Cardi B, I don't support her because of her fans, right? And I just don't like her. There's nothing that Cardi B says that I like. I've never found Cardi B funny. She's an idiot to me. However, when it comes to Jocelyn and Mary, these are people who have said bad things and have done bad things. I can't really say Mary has because we don't really have proof, but we do have proof, but we don't. It's like, well, marrying your grandfather is weird. But seeing her on the show, I just forget about it all. So I'm like, maybe this is how Cardi B fans feel about her. Like, they see her on things and maybe they just forget. I don't know. If I see a diaper booty person walking around talking about they're pretty, I don't really forget anything. That is just my opinion. My opinion. I believe Cardi B was pretty when she did not have any surgery done. That's what I believe, and I'm sticking to it. When she was natural, she looked nice. She looked like herself, and it was a beautiful thing. After that, it's been a diaper booty mess, and she knows it, especially with her attitude. She's not going to come for all these beautiful black girls and think that nobody's going to come for her. It's crazy. It's insane. No. But anyways, back when it comes to Mary, I love her on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And then it's like, I remind myself sometimes of that little dumb thing she said and never said again. But I do feel that she has a problem with thinking that white people are better because of growing up in Salt Lake City, growing up in the church. Mary wore her natural hair one time on that show and she never wore it again. I think she was the only housewife to wear their natural hair. Well, I know a couple of others like, Monique and Eva and all of them. Yes, they wore their natural hair, but I'm talking about Mary. Mary wore her natural hair, which was such a surprise in this group of women, and she never wore it again. I don't think she was made fun of by the women, but her hair did look crazy because she didn't do it right. She ain't do it right. It looked like her hair is fried. It's been fried for years. It has been. And I think that, the wigs that she wears are so cute now. I love them. However, I can tell that she has a reason to want to be closer to whiteness because of the God. Like, she believes in God. And there's a lot of racist things that are in the Bible, by the way. So that's just how I feel about her. I'm like, I see how extraordinary her character is on the show, and then I think about how she really is because of her religion, and it makes me very sad. That's all. Same thing with Jocelyn. She is an amazing mother to her daughter from what we see online. Let me say that. What we see online is very heartfelt. However, then we see her on the show, and it's like, ooh, girl, yikes. Like, you have a daughter? Like, that's what I be thinking. I think about that when it comes to Cardi, Jocelyn. I'm like, y'all have kids? And y'all act like this? Y'all act like this? And honestly, with Kim Kardashian being a thing, it does make it feel like sex work is the only way for you to get out and become a female boss with fame. It does make it feel that way. I'm not going to lie. It does. It does make you feel that. But I want to tell you it's not true. It's just something that is promoted very, very highly because women are not respected. Like, we're just not respected and looked at as human beings that can do something by many, which is unfortunate, but it's also not true. Do what the fuck you want to do and you can do it. Anyways, girl power. Um, but yeah, so with Mary, I do want to see her talk about this documentary next season. However, I do think that the documentary could have been better if so many YouTubers did not come out with how it was crappy. But they rightfully so did. They did that rightfully so. Like, they didn't credit them allegedly. I didn't really watch it too thoroughly to say yes, they did not. But if they're saying it, the YouTubers are saying that they did not credit them in the videos, I believe it. Sure. But that is, it made it such a bad debut because of that. I think it's already on like TV or YouTube or something. Like, that thing just it tanked. I heard that documentary tanked, and I think that the documentary that Mary's mother did, not documentary, but the interview that Mary's mother did was way better than that documentary. I feel like we got so much more from Mary's mother. I feel like Mary is in a winning gold mine when it comes to her church and her business because at the end of the day, everyone has passed away and she's very young, and that person she's with is very old, so everything is going to go to her, and she's going to continue to collect her, jewelry and cars and whatever it is. Well, not even cars. I don't even think she drives, but she's going to continue to collect her checks, her bags. Like, that's just, it is what it is. She's going to continue to collect. She's going to continue to get rich. I don't think that she does care about her son, in my opinion, because if you cared about your son, you would stop with all this, get off the show, stop with all this religious stuff, and actually help him. You would actually help him. But this is what I mean. In Salt Lake City, they believe like it's meant by God that this happened to you. I don't like that type of belief. That's nasty work. That's nasty work. Moving on to the last two, we got Nene and we got Ice. So a lot of situations have been happening, and I'm gonna see if I could show some. I probably can't show a lot, but let's go on TikTok and look up what's going on with Ice. A lot of situations have been happening with Ice and them uh arresting citizens, which is just insane. I'm like, have y'all run out of immigrants? Like, what's going on? Have y'all run out? It's crazy when you look up Ice, you see Nicki Minaj. Yikes. Yikes. I'm gonna see what I can show because I can't really show a lot of things. Let's see. Father's 6 children in hospital after ICE agents threw tear gas on them. Yikes, this is just terrible. I don't even think I can show a lot of this stuff. Ay, ay, ay. Basically, there's just a lot of situations where ICE is attacking Americans. What do you mean ICE arrest man during surgery in the Inland Empire? What in the world? Hold up. This is just awful. What is going on? Like, is this real what I just saw? Hold on, I'll show y'all what I just saw. This is crazy. Hold on, y'all. Let's add this to the stage. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. This is what I'm seeing right now. I don't know if I should believe this or not. ICE arrest man during surgery. Is this real? This can't be real. I don't care. This can't be real, y'all. I don't know. That's insane. AI is getting too good. But that was a good one. That's something that they would do though. Not gonna lie. Um yeah, there's a lot of things I just can't show here, but they're going to like residential areas. You know, it's kind of sad because at this point, anybody that is not white is getting attacked and getting arrested for nothing. And that is traumatic. That's a very traumatic experience. That is a very traumatic experience. Like, you know, getting reprimanded wrongfully, getting taken away from your family. It's very, very scary. Like, this is so scary. Ugh, I'm disgusted. And I think that what we see is a lot of, you know, white people protesting, and that is why they're getting unalived and they're getting all types of like just punishment, hurt. It's disgusting. It's very scary. It's very scary. I don't know why people are having children right now. I'm not. I'm good. I'm gonna give it a couple more years, a few more years, to assess that. But I don't think, you know, profiling people and arresting them when they're citizens and then letting them go like, oh, my bad, is okay. I don't think that's okay. I don't think profiling people and then letting them go, oops, let me put this back to the stage, and then letting them go is okay. You know what I mean? I don't find that to be fun. I don't find it to be cute. I think it's lame. I don't know. I wish there was something I could do, but I don't really see it getting better for the US right now. I don't. So always carry your IDs with you, carry your passport with, like, please, like, I don't know, wear that on your sleeve or something, because this is insane what's happening to a lot of people in different states, mainly southern states. I think that people I feel like this country was built off of, you know, immigrants, migrants, and slaves, like all these things. And to want to tell them to go away is insane, because these jobs, people that are the color of my palm are not going to do. So I'm confused. I'm confused. Like, it just don't make sense to me, and it is very scary. So that is something that I feel sad about. I think about it and I feel sad. I also feel scared. Like, you know, I'm out in public in places, and it's like, just to know someone could walk up to me and think that I'm not a citizen is insane. It's literally insane. Like, I was watching a video the other day, and this man was speaking English, sounded like he was from New York, which he was. He sounded like a New Yorker, just a straight up New Yorker. And they were arresting him and they were searching his stuff just for 5-10 minutes later, after they'd manhandled him on camera. There was camera, everybody had their camera out, to be told, all right, you're good. Like, what? Like, who are you to walk up to me and ask for my ID? Like, oh, just disgusting. Disgusting right now. Disgusting. Like, I wouldn't even want to be here if I was a tourist. Like, ew. Stay away from it. You know what I mean? Like, ew. It's sad. Anyways, last story would be Nene Leakes. I feel like her going back to Bravo is a sellout move, but she does need to make her money. Like, you do have to pay for your life. You know, she tried a few different things. She tried YouTube and all these other things and going on podcasts, but I know it's not enough. And I know she really does want to be back there, but I don't think she wants to be back there in this way. I think she should be on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't think she should be on this whole road trip, whatever this, who cares about that? I think she should be on Real Housewives of Atlanta to gather the girls together. I think it would be funny. I think it would be hilarious. And I think she should come in on a high horse and act like she owned everything, because she does. Go. That's what made her her. I liked it. I don't need to see a humble Nene. I don't. I'm not gonna watch. I'm only gonna watch it for Nene. So, and I think Giselle's supposed to be on that trip too. I don't know. Check it out if I'm wrong, but I think she. Who cares about her? Like the reason why someone's gonna watch something is because of Portia or Nene, and or Nene, or even Candy at this point. If Candy want to go back, but you know, Candy ain't never going back. She got a whole bunch of money and she's dealing with a whole bunch of mess that I know she did not want on TV. So she is not going back. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Get your money, girl. And we're gonna end the live there. Thank you guys for coming in. I'm gonna try to do these lives more often. I hope everyone's having a good night. Give a thumbs up, of course. Be respectful in the comments, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.